"Please, pretend you're my grandson," said old lady. What the hell's angel did next surprised everyone. The rain in the Nevada desert doesn't just fall, it hammers against the earth, turning the dusty roads into rivers of mud. Inside Sal's Stop, a lonely diner flickering with neon light amidst the storm, the air was thick with the smell of burnt coffee and tension. In the corner booth sat Marcus Steel Dalton, a man who looked like he had been carved from granite and leather. As a high-ranking member of the Iron Reaper Motorcycle Club, Marcus was known for a silence that could stop a room cold and a reputation that made grown men sweat. He was nursing a black coffee, watching the storm rage outside, when the door chimed. An elderly woman stumbled in, soaked to the bone, her eyes wide with primal terror. She wasn't looking at the menu or the counter, she was scanning the room like a trapped animal. Her gaze locked onto Marcus. Trembling, she approached his booth. "Please," she whispered, her voice cracking, "pretend you're my grandson, just for a minute." Before Marcus could respond, a sleek black sedan screeched to a halt outside. A man in an immaculate, expensive suit stepped out, shaking an umbrella. He pushed through the diner door, his eyes scanning the room until they landed on the old woman. "Mother!" he called out, his voice smooth but lacking any genuine warmth. "You've wandered off again. You're confused. Come home." The woman shrank back, gripping the edge of Marcus's table. "He's not my son," she hissed, tears streaming down her wrinkled cheeks. "My husband died last week. This man, he wants what my husband found." Marcus looked at the suited man, then down at the terrified grandmother. Something shifted behind his steely eyes. The hardened biker, often misunderstood as a thug, saw not a nuisance, but a soul in need of protection. He stood up, his massive frame casting a shadow over the table, and gently placed a hand on the woman's shoulder. "Sit down, Grandma," Marcus said, his voice rough but surprisingly tender. "I'm here now." He pulled out the chair opposite her and sat, blocking her from the stranger's view. "She's with me," Marcus told the man in the suit, his tone leaving no room for argument, "and she isn't going anywhere with you." The suited man's facade cracked. A sneer replaced his fake concern. "You don't know who you're messing with, biker. She's senile. Her late husband left nothing but debt. I'm doing her a favor." He signaled to the door. Two large enforcers entered, cracking their knuckles, moving toward the booth with menacing intent. The diner went silent. The waitress hid behind the counter. Everyone expected violence. Everyone expected the old lady to be dragged away. But Marcus didn't flinch. He simply tapped his earpiece and spoke two words: Code Red. Outside, the roar of engines began to build, vibrating the very floorboards of the diner. It started as a rumble and grew into a thunderous crescendo that drowned out the storm. One by one, then in a synchronized wave, 20 motorcycles from the Iron Reaper Club roared into the parking lot. They didn't park politely. They formed a wall of chrome and leather around the diner entrance. Doors flew open, and 20 more bikers, clad in cuts bearing the Reaper logo, stormed inside. They didn't draw weapons. They didn't need to. Their sheer presence was an army. They surrounded the booth, forming an impenetrable human shield around Marcus and the old woman. The suited man and his enforcers froze, realizing instantly that they were vastly outnumbered and outmatched. "It's over," Marcus stated calmly. "She knows about the embezzlement scheme your corporation ran. Her husband recorded everything before they killed him, and now so do we." As if on cue, red and blue lights flashed through the rainy windows. The local police, tipped off by the club, arrived to secure the scene. The suited man, realizing his game was up, tried to run, only to be blocked by a wall of bikers. He was arrested on the spot, along with his thugs. Once the chaos settled, the old woman, whose name was Eleanor, took Marcus's calloused hand in hers. "My husband discovered they were stealing pension funds from thousands of families. They tried to silence him, and when that failed, they tried to silence me by claiming I was unfit. But you You believed me." Marcus nodded, tipping his head slightly. "Nobody hurts family, ma'am, and today we're ours." With the police taking statements and Eleanor safe in the care of authorities who promised full protection, the Iron Reapers prepared to leave. The storm had broken, revealing a clear night sky. As Marcus mounted his bike, Eleanor waved from the police cruiser, a smile breaking through her trauma. Marcus gave a single, solemn nod before revving his engine. This story reminds us that kindness often wears unexpected disguises. A hardened exterior can hide the most protective heart, and second chances are available to those brave enough to stand up for what is right. If this story touched your heart and restored your faith in humanity, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us spread hope and emotional stories to millions around the world. Don't forget to tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Let us know if you've ever had a stranger protect you when you needed it most. Thanks for watching.